I felt like I had to protect myself from being hurt from people that I love. But I couldn't figure out how I was going to make it. In a role, she was like, treat people how you want to be treated. And that is always how I think about it.
It looks like Alicia Keys didn't just clap back. She straight up accused Lala Anthony of being secretly engaged to her man, Swizz Beatz. And this didn't happen in some quiet, behind-the-scenes whisper. Alicia allegedly dropped this bomb in a way that made sure everyone heard it, turning what used to be a quiet little rumor into a full-blown trending scandal. But here's the twist, y'all. The deeper you look, the less this feels like a sudden outburst, and the more it starts to look like a messy, years-long chess game. So, was Lala really ready to live a double life? Or is someone out here pulling strings and stirring chaos on purpose? Because now we've got old photos, cryptic captions, and insider tips, and trust me, the pieces do not fit together. Word on the street is that Alicia went public with these accusations, and suddenly everybody was side-eyeing not just her marriage, but her entire inner circle. As soon as she dropped it, people started piecing together little moments from years ago. Things we all saw, but probably didn't think twice about until now. And once those pieces started clicking for the public, the internet went into overdrive. Every post, every tweet, every site was fueling the fire. An insider even claimed Alicia wasn't just hearing rumors for the first time. Apparently, she had been noticing things for a while. Weird texts, late-night meetups, cryptic posts. All of it suddenly made way too much sense. The real question is, was Alicia finally discovering the truth, or did she already know and just decide she was done pretending to be the smiling wife? Because if these rumors are right, this so-called secret engagement has been happening right under her nose for years. And the more you connect the dots, the messier it gets. Staged appearances, cover-up relationships, they're starting to paint a very intentional picture. No wonder the internet exploded. Some fans were shocked, some amused, and some delivered pure sass. One comment that went viral read, "Wait, Swizz Beatz and Lala Anthony are allegedly having an affair? Well, Felicia Keys, it's called karma, baby." You could almost hear the side-eye through the screen, because what goes around comes around. Of course, that classic narrative of lose him how you got him started flying everywhere. Fans remembered exactly how Alicia and Swizz came together, and now it's circling back to who's lying. Especially with Lala allegedly stepping into the picture so quietly, the drama practically hums under every comment. But this isn't the first time these Lala, Swizz whispers hit the streets. Back then, Swizz practically turned into his own crisis management team. While people were still dissecting Lala's split from Carmelo Anthony, accusations dropped that she was having an affair with Swizz, and it wasn't just random blog chatter. Radio host Miss Jones claimed someone from Swizz's own camp DM'd her, saying Lala was in love with him, but he had made it clear he wasn't leaving Alicia. Naturally, Swizz didn't take that lying down. He popped up front and center in the comment section, typing out his now famous, "Knock it the F off" for the world to see. And apparently Alicia bought it, because the denial wasn't the only thing Swizz was serving. He allegedly went full-on love bomb mode. For her birthday, he splurged on a gift so extravagant it took 2 whole months just to be delivered. A $300,000 custom Maybach. But here's the kicker. Fans couldn't help but joke that the Maybach wasn't just custom-made, it was made back for cheating.
Well, period, huh?
All right, so you pulling it back? Really?
I don't know how to. You just go like this and you pull it.
Yeah, pull it back. Follow easier. Sheesh. Nah, that.
Jeez, so crazy.
Nah, person.
But if that wasn't enough, Swizz didn't just stop at flashy cars and luxury gifts. He hit the studio and even remixed some of Alicia's songs. He teamed up with rapper Marv Milley, who dropped bars praising Alicia's artistry, her heart, her legacy, even calling her the R&B Rosa Parks. Not Rosa getting dragged into it. But that was the vibe. Romance, grand gestures, love bombing, and public declarations all rolled into one. And maybe, just maybe, it was also a distraction. Because now, years later, Alicia is putting Lala's name front and center in a secret engagement scandal. Suddenly, those over-the-top gifts don't feel like pure love bombs anymore. They look more like Swizz was making sure Alicia never looked too close at what was happening behind the scenes. And just when you thought this was only about Lala, boom, another layer. Word on the curb is that Swizz Beatz might have gotten somebody else pregnant. Not Alicia, not Lala, but another woman entirely. And allegedly she's a white woman. What? Swizzy? Naturally, fans went into a frenzy, saying things like, wait, Swizz Beatz' side chick is a white woman? Oh, Alicia Keys. But of course with this mess, nothing is ever simple. Some fans believe this so-called other woman is just a cover, and that the real story is Lala herself. That the pregnancy rumor and the white woman angle were simply a distraction to keep her name out of the headlines. And if that's true, it just makes you wonder how long Alicia has been living with this slow burn scandal hiding in plain sight while the rest of us thought it was just gossip. Every layer of this tea just keeps piling on, boiling over, teabag after teabag. And honestly, it makes Alicia's decision to finally go public with the secret engagement all the more understandable, because at this point, there's no way to ignore it anymore. The history, the rumors, the distractions, it's all catching up. And speaking of history, this isn't the first time Lala and Swizz sparked whispers. Long before this alleged engagement, their energy had already raised eyebrows. Back when Lala was still married to Carmelo Anthony, she and Swizz were often spotted together. And if you were paying attention, their body language told a different story. Lingering looks, quiet conversations, smiles that lasted a little too long. Remember that event where Alicia and Swizz were doing their little PDA moment while she went makeup-free? People swore that just a few feet away, Swizz and Lala were in their own little bubble, trading glances and sharing smiles that definitely didn't scream just friends. Then there was that red carpet moment where Lala was interviewing Swizz. She kept the questions lively, threw in some compliments, and Swizz laughed along, reacting warmly. Nothing overly flirty, but it was enough to make people raise an eyebrow, and maybe even connect the dots now.
Favorite looks of the night. Bro, you know, you're not doing too bad yourself. You come through and shut it down every single time. Tell me what you both are looking forward to tonight.
Just having fun and seeing a lot of people we haven't seen in a long time. You know, this is a night of art, supporting the Met as artists and collectors ourselves, and we just want to have fun and just have that New York state of mind.
Of course, you have so many big New York records.
Honestly, for a lot of people, this so-called secret engagement isn't shocking at all. Some would even say it's the natural endgame of an attention that's been shimmering for years. An energy that was always there, just waiting for the right moment to fully surface. But here's the part that really makes me side-eye. If you look closely, it seems like Lala's been playing this game for years. Every time the blogs started connecting her to Swizz, suddenly another man would magically pop up in the picture. First, it was the New York City entrepreneur Bear, and before that, some other mysterious guy we never really got a name for. Each time, she never confirmed, but she never denied either. She just let the story simmer while people ran wild with speculation. No Instagram couple pics, no public declarations, nothing. Which, if you think about it, is actually brilliant. While the public was busy chasing side stories and side quests, nobody was really paying attention to the main one. Her and Swizz. If that's the play she's been running all along, that's straight-up PR masterclass energy. She's controlled the narrative without ever having to say a word. But here's where it starts to unravel. All the distractions in the world can't hide the fact that Alicia has now put her name front and center. And once that happens, all the whispers, side stories, and clever misdirections start looking exactly like what they are. Cover-ups for the main drama. Let's not forget how Alicia and Swizz started. Back in 2010, the same year they got married, Swizz divorced Mas Honda, who openly accused him of cheating and claimed Alicia knew he was still married when they got involved. Mas Honda said she was blindsided by the divorce, completely unaware that he was about to tie the knot with Alicia just months later. And while the three of them have long put on a happy blended family act in public, a lot of fans have never bought it. As one fan summed it up, Swizz damaged that woman's heart. He didn't create a happy blend. He caused extreme emotional turmoil and tried to normalize it through media photos. So when you look at the current Lala situation, it feels like history repeating itself. The over-the-top gestures, the private whispers, the distractions, it's not just some random scandal. Alicia looks like she's confronting a pattern that started years ago. This time, she's making it clear that history won't repeat itself without consequences. And here's the shocking twist. Sources claim Alicia is preparing to file for divorce. Why? Because Swizz allegedly fathered a child outside of their marriage. One fan reacted bluntly saying, "Child, how you get them is how you lose them." Alicia and Swizz been on the edge of divorce. And allegedly, the truth came out through a court-ordered paternity test. Imagine that. Not rumors, not whispers, but legal paperwork confirming your husband's been living a whole other life. To make it even more brutal, this news dropped right after Alicia and Swizz posted their picture-perfect 15 years of magic anniversary photos. If the timeline is right, Alicia might have already had those paternity results in her hands while she was smiling for the camera. That's not just painful, it's diabolical PR control. But this isn't just about betrayal in the usual sense. If Swizz really has a new child on the way, then where does Lala fit into this mess? The engagement rumors are still swirling. If Alicia ends the marriage because of the baby, could that be the moment Lala slides from the alleged side piece to the official fiancé? Would Swizz really be messy enough to repeat the exact same cycle from 2010? When you stack it all up, Alicia and Swizz's controversial start, Mashanda's accusations, the blended family photo ops, it feels like karma is finally circling back around. The same kind of scandal Alicia once benefited from is now tearing her marriage apart. These really are the pages of her diary. And with Lala waiting in the wings, this whole saga looks less like a random cheating scandal, and more like a full-circle replay of 2010, only with Alicia on the other side of the heartbreak. Which leaves one final messy question. Was this all part of a long game, or just a string of bad timing? Did Lala play the long game to get here? Or is this just one giant coincidence that exploded on Alicia and Swizz's anniversary? What do y'all think? Was this planned from the start, or just bad timing? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next chapter, because this tea is boiling over.